So I'm going to share the screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes, able to see this.
Yeah. So today our topic is QA, QC, and QE. So let us understand what is QA, QC, and QE. So let's first we compare what is QA versus QC. So these terms are very important in software industry. So first point is QA is process related and QC is the actual testing of the software. So why I'm saying here, so process related means what? So if you take any IT industry, any other company, so IT company, we required 3P. Previously, we have learned, right? We have discussed about 3P, this point. Okay. So what I'm telling, if I take any company or any other company, in IT company, we need 3P. So P means people, one is process, another is product. P means people means without people, IT company, we can't go forward. So they should be there. And process means we should follow certain process that comes under QA, and product means we will get the product after developing the software. We get the product and we deliver to the client. So QA is related to the process. Okay. So QA or QC, if you compare QA, what is QA and QC means? QA is related to the process. So that is called QA. And the people who belongs to the QA means quality assurance. So the people who belongs to the quality assurance is defined process. They talk about the process and also ensure the rest of the people who following properly. So these are the responsible of the QA. So I'm repeated again. The people who belongs to the quality assurance, it defines the process. They will talk about the process and also they ensure the rest of the people following properly or not. That is the responsible of the QA. So define the process means what? So I'm saying here QA is process related. So the process means what? High level management people comes under QA. So which is talking about the entire process development cycle from beginning. It means from requirement to till the product delivered to the customer. So the entire process is designed by these people. By these people means who? QA people. So, and also these people make sure the rest of the people following process properly or not. That is QA. When coming to QC, so second point is QC is actual testing of the software. So in previous class, we have learnt about SDLC process, right? So there are five phases or the requirement analysis, design, coding, testing, deployment, maintenance. These are phases we have learnt in SDLC process. So QA involved in every stage of SDLC process. Okay, QA means taking care of process, what process we have to follow, and how the people following the process. These things observed by the QA. But QC, when coming to QC, these people involved actual testing the software and they are involved during testing part. So people who are working under testing, they actually comes under QC. These people test the software whether it's working as per the requirement or not. So QC talking about people especially testers and QA is the process related. Okay. Are you getting my point? Dev Suman, right? Are you getting my point? If you're not
Yes,
getting my
yes.
point, then I will repeat once again.
No, no, it's clear. It's clear. Yes.
Yeah. So here QA focus on building in quality, and QC focus on testing for quality. So that's why I'm saying QC involve actual testing the software, and QA is the process related. So people who are working under testing, they actually comes under QC. Okay. So here the testers test the software whether it's working as per the client requirement or not. That will check. Okay. And QA is completely, they will talk about only the entire process development cycle. Okay. From requirement to till delivered to the customer. Only process. That comes under QA people. So next point is QC is preventing, sorry, QA focus on building in quality, and QC focus on testing for quality, right? So QA means what I'm saying, process related. Why we need to have process? Why we need to have process? So finally, to deliver the quality product, right? For this, we have to follow certain process. So this is our ultimate goal. Here, we are also thinking about quality of the product. For that, the process is designed. So we are trying to build the quality. QC is for testers. Okay. As I said, QC doing testing. But why? QC people doing testing. Why? Why they are the people doing testing? To deliver the quality product, right? So both are talking about quality, but the small difference is there. What is that? QA building the quality, QC testing the quality. So QA building the quality in the sense they following certain process, finally deliver the product for that process is designed. So what QC testing the quality. So why we conduct the testing? To find the bugs. They are trying to deliver the quality product to the client. So next, the point is QA is preventing defects, QC is detecting defects. What is prevention and what is detecting? So what is prevention means QA people, right? They following certain process. If following process correctly or perfectly. Perfectly means we can prevent, if they following correctly and perfectly, so we can prevent the defects, right? Whereas QC is detecting defects, right? Because it's related to testing. Here we will find the defects. So why QC and the testers are there? So here we will find the defects. That's why testers, our ultimate goal is to find the defects and break down the application. So as many as bugs, we have to find that. That is called detection. We have to make sure should not any bugs comes in the future. That is prevention. So prevention, detection, there are difference are there. So prevention means if we have to make sure, I mean, we have to make sure should not any bugs which comes in the future. And detection means bugs, many as possible bugs we have to find that. That is called detection. So our next point is QC is process oriented and QC is product oriented. So QA is process oriented means it will always focus on the process. That's why QA involved in everywhere. QA QA means who people involved in QA, product manager or project manager. So QC is product oriented. So it means during testing, focus they completely focus on quality of the product. That is our main goal. So testers comes under QC. QA part is not our responsible. Okay. So our next point is QA is entire life cycle and QC is testing part in SDLC. 1 minute, Depsuma. So
Yeah, okay.
Sorry for inconvenience. So where I'm here, yeah, QA is entire life cycle and QC is testing part in SDLC. So QA for entire life cycle means 7 phases, right? What we have 7 phases in SDLC? 7 phases or 6 phases, right? So requirement analysis, design, coding, testing, deployment, maintenance. These are phases in SDLC. That's what I'm saying. QA is entire life cycle, and QC is testing part in SDLC. There, in SDLC means requirement analysis, coding, testing. That also 7 phases or 7 phases in SDLC. But especially if you see in testing part, so QC is the subset of QA. That's we can say. Okay, so it means QA is involved in every phase and QC involved in only in testing part. So that is the meaning of this point. So when you come to QE means quality engineering. So recently the term is started. So this is little advanced term than quality control. So after quality control means QC. So after quality control, quality engineering will come. So normally QC testing either manual or automation testing, but quality engineering means mover is doing the is they are doing the automation testing. Normally they will write a coding, but testing the software, right? Those people comes under QE. So I'm repeating again. So QC people testing either manual or automation testing. But if you come in QE people, they doing the automation testing, they will write the code and after that testing the software. Those people comes under QE. So for example, we have software engineering, right? We have like they will write the code to develop the software. They that people mainly focus on development. So QE, what he will do, they also write the code and testing the software. So it contains, the QE people contains automation test engineers. So they involve writing coding also and testing part. Okay, so this is very important topic, QA, QC, QE in interview purpose. Okay, this is also you have, please refer in document. I already mentioned here these points. Please refer these points and be prepared well. This is also very important. And when coming to white box testing and black box testing, already we discussed in previous session. Just here I'm mentioning the definitions of what is white box testing and what is black box testing. So in 2 days session, yesterday and day before yesterday, repeatedly we learn about what is white box testing and black box testing. Next, without wasting time, we will start the next topic, that is levels of testing. So levels of software testing, there are 4 levels. One is unit testing, integration testing, system testing, UAT testing, right? So these testing are dynamic testings. Okay, dynamic testing techniques. So yesterday session already we are what is dynamic testing technique also we have discussed, and let's see about what is unit testing and what is unit testing techniques. So let's start. So what is unit testing? See, to test the small module in the application. Okay, I'm saying to test the small module. It is done by the code level. So unit testing only who people is doing testing, unit testing, developers, right? So that's why I'm saying
Developers.
unit testing means to test the small module in the application and it is done by the code level. So unit means what? Unit means it is a small component. So integration means what? Integration testing, unit testing, integration testing are there, right? So unit means small component, integration means multiple modules combined as a single unit or a single module. Then we will check the flow and communication between those modules, that is called integration testing. Okay, I'm repeating once again. Unit means small component. Integration means multiple modules. They combined as a single unit, single module. Then we will check the flow and communication between those modules. So system testing, right? System testing. What is the meaning of system testing? So it means we are testing the overall functionality of the application, whether it is working or not according to the customer requirement. Okay. So we are testing the overall functionality of the application, and we will check that application is working or not according to their requirement. And UAT testing, right? UAT testing means at the last level after completion of system testing, testers along with the client. Okay. Testers along with the client conduct the testing. These are the testing levels that we know actually. So we can't jump directly to the integration testing. We can't jump directly to the system testing. There is a flow. First unit testing comes, and next integration testing, and later system testing, and finally we will test a UAT testing. Okay. So first, see, this is a hierarchy. If you say and if you the interviewers will ask you the flow of what is the hierarchy of testing, then you should tell first unit testing, and second integration testing, third system testing, and UAT testing. Okay. So let understand in detail what is unit testing techniques, and what is unit testing and what is unit testing techniques. So unit testing, it is conducted by the developer. So it comes under white box testing technique. Already we know it. What is white box testing? So white box testing is based on internal path, code structure, and implementation of the software being tested. Here, full and detailed programming skills are required. For example, unit testing, integration testing, right? So it comes under unit testing comes under white box testing technique. So if you see the important points of white box testing, unit testing. So first of all, I want to ask what is unit. Already just 10 minutes back we discussed what is unit. I'm not able to hear you, Devsuman.
Hello. Hello, I'm audible.
Your voice is not audible.
Um,
You can ping me here in chat box. What is a unit? So okay, uh, you're writing something, or I shall I start? So what is a unit? So a unit, please start. Okay. So what is a unit means? A unit is a single component, okay? Or so already we know it. Unit means small component or single component. Integer means multiple modules. So unit is a single component or module of a software. See, for example, when I take a big software, so here there is a point that a unit is a single component or module of a software, right? So when I take a big software and contains n number of features, a lot of functionalities and flows, and each and every feature called as a component. For example, if you take a big application, for example, Gmail. Okay, Gmail login is one component. After successful login, there is a compose email, right? Compose email also one component or one module. And sent box, that is also one module. Deleting the email, deleting the email, where it will go? Trash, right? That is one module. The entire software or application will be divided into multiple units, which we call them as a component or modules. If I conduct the testing on particular unit or module or component which comes under unit. Okay. So normally, what the developers will do, the developers write the code and conduct the testing at a code level that comes under unit testing. But sometimes we get UI also. UI means user interface. So tester's point of view, we will test the user interface. Suppose I have a login screen. For that, the developer writes some code internally, right? So developers conduct the testing on particular code in that context that is called as unit testing. After providing the UI, UI means in user interface. User interface means screen. User interface means to the, I mean, to the testers. This UI will tested by the testers only. We don't bother about the code. We are going to test the application. We are passing, for example, we are passing the, there is a login, so we are passing the valid username, valid password, checking the login successfully or not, like invalid username, invalid password. So if we pass invalid username, if invalid password, login is restricting. Okay, that we will check. So login is restricting or not, that we are going to test them. This is called as component testing. We don't use the unit testing term in case of testing or testers. So we are testing the UI part there. So we called component testing. But in the developer point of view, whatever the program have written inside the UI, if they conduct the testing on particular code or program, that comes under unit testing. So almost the same, the way of testing, but the way of testing is a little different. So unit testing conducts on a single program or single module. UI is unit testing is comes under white box testing technique. So white box testing technique, why we call white box testing technique, because we have to know the internal logic of the program, what developer written. This is the reason whatever they write the code, they are the responsible for conducting the testing. Okay. So last point is, unit testing is conducted by the developers, right? Because they are the people written the code, right? The developers written the code and they use setting techniques to conduct the unit testing. What are they? So this is the unit testing techniques. One is basics path testing, control structure testing, conditional coverage, loops coverage, mutation testings. So during the unit testings, these are the techniques they used. So let's see one by one what is basis. First, we will see what is basis path testing. You are saying something, Devsuman? Not right?
No, 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 not.
Yeah. Sorry, getting my point right? What I'm saying? Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So let me continue. What is basis path testing? So let me understand high level. So it is not much important. These are the techniques we use by the developer at the code level. See, basis path testing means suppose we created some program having multiple lines, and when we test this program, each and every line should be covered at least once. That comes under basis path testing. So similarly, control structure testing under this conditional coverage, loops coverage. So normally the program have if else condition, switch case condition, we will verify those condition is working properly or not. In all the cases, we pass negative condition, we pass positive condition. Okay. For example, see, I have to find out like largest stuff two numbers, for example. So I don't know the coding that much, but I will explain you in I will give a small example, but I will explain you in simple way what is basis for testing. Okay. So similarly, control structure and conditional coverage and loops coverage also. So I have to find out like largest of two numbers, right? So, for example, if A equals to 10, I'm writing the code actually. So, B equals to 20. So, now my condition is A greater than B. Okay. So, now I'm print A is largest. Okay. Else B is largest. Did you understand what is this? I have written A equals to 10, B equals to 20. If A greater than B, then B print A is largest or else B is largest. So in conditional coverage, verify the conditions. Okay. Suppose if A greater than B, I have written A equals to 10, B equals to 20. Okay. Which is not correct, right? So what is my condition? A greater than B, right? So it means what? 10 greater than 20. Is this condition is true or not? No, right? One false condition. Yes, you're right. This is false condition. So which one is correct? B is larger, right? So the output of this program is B is largest because the condition is false. Suppose I make A equals to 20 and B equals to 10. What is the output? A equals to 20, B equals to 10. Now condition is A greater than B, then 20 greater than 10, right? So now the condition is true because if A greater than B, A is largest. Only one output is printed. Depends on the condition, right? In, con- in conditional coverage, what developer will do? Developer will verify the condition in positive input and negative input. Both the cases will verify. Okay. Developer write the very huge number of program and n number of conditions will be there in the program. All the condition will be verified by providing different sets of data. Okay. That is comes under conditional coverage. Now you understand, right? Why I am saying conditional coverage. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So next point is this is similarly, see here, as I said before, basis pass testing, right? So similarly, control structure under this conditional coverage, loops coverage, or both are very same. So these are using very same kind of this thing. So that comes under unit testing techniques. So let understand what is loops coverage. See, sometimes in the programming, if we want to repeat some statements, we have to keep in the looping like a loop lock. That statement repeated multiple times. For example, um, I will say one more example. So I want to print 1 to 5 numbers through program. So I'll write a code I equals to 1. Okay. Maximum number equals to 5. Okay. So we can write, uh, so normally what we can write? We can write print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4, print 5, right? Instead of writing this, I want to print 100 numbers, then we write 100 print statements, right? Normally we are doing like that only, right? If you want to simple way, so print 1, print 2, print 3, print 4, print 5. If I want to print 100, then it will be difficult for us. So to avoid that, what developer will do is they will write one statement and repeat five times. So instead of writing multiple times, then what you will do is they will put the statement in the loop. It means is the block which will repeat multiple times based on the condition. So if I am writing one loop statement, so while loop I'm using, the condition is I less than equals to max. Okay, this is my condition. Okay, and here using flower bracket. Next, I'm saying print I. The condition is I equals to I plus 1. So close flower bracket. Okay. So see here, print I and I equals to I plus 1 means my request is to print 1 to 5 numbers. Okay. If the condition is true, these two statements will execute. If the condition is false, the statement will not execute it. It will ignore it. Okay. So if I say 1, so maximum number is 5. So what it means? So 1 less than equals to 5. Okay. Condition is true, right? Then what happened? Here it will print I equals to 1. Okay. So if I equals to 1, then what happened? I equals to, what is my condition here? I equals to I plus 1, right? So if you add this, I value is incremented 1. I equals to I, what is the value of I? 1, right? So 1 plus 1. So what is my condition? I plus 1, right? This is my condition actually. So I equals to, what is the value of I? 1 plus 1. So the answer is 2. Okay. Next, I equals to 2 plus 1. What is my value? 2 plus 1 equals to 3. I equals to 3 plus 1. What is my value? 4. I equals to 5 plus 1. What is my value? Sorry, 4 plus 1 equals to 5. As soon as if I equals to 6, the condition becomes false. Then it will stop printing the numbers. This is basically called as a loop. Okay. So loop means a block of statement which can be repeat multiple times based on a certain condition. As soon as condition is false, the statements are stop executing. Now in the loop coverage, what you will text is when I execute this program, whether it is starting from the beginning or not, and it is repeating exactly till the maximum number or not, and whether it is printing all the numbers between this range or not, we are going to verify. Suppose when I say 6 number, it should print. What happened? So maximum number equals to 6. Okay. When I say 10 numbers, it should print. So maximum number equals to 10. Like this, we will verify the loops, and that comes under loop coverage. So it's purely related to programming. That's the reason which comes under unit testing, which is a white box testing technique. To conduct the testing, we have to know about the programming. Okay. Are you getting my point, Debsuman? Yes. So now, what is mutation testing? So when you come to mutation testing, it is also known as repetition testing. Ma'am, one question. Yeah, tell me, Debsuman.
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
actually,
voice is
I'm
very slow,
asking
actually, very low.
Yeah, actually, I'm asking one thing.
Yeah,
Hello.
tell me.
Yeah, for Tosca automation, should we know the coding? Like,
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Your voice is very low, but my sound also is very high mode. I'm not
yeah,
able to
no,
hear.
your voice is okay. Your voice is clear. Hello.
Yeah, little bit better. Please
I'm
ask me.
asking. I'm asking
Yeah.
you that for Tosca automation, do we need to know coding?
So in Tosca automation, we don't need to know the programming language. It's completely it's completely modules and test cases only. Okay, it's related to modules and test cases only. It's not related to programs. So why I'm saying here the program, because the developers, what we will do actually, that you know, that's it. It is a knowledge purpose. That's why I'm here. I'm writing a very simple program language. Okay, simple
Okay,
programs that
okay.
you know. That's it.
Yeah, okay. Understand.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you don't need to know the programming language. Yeah, there is no need to require, I mean, here it's not required Java, Python, anything. Okay. It's completely no code and scriptless automation.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So shall we start? Shall we
Yeah,
move?
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So mutation testing, right? Mutation testing, where it is? Yeah, here. So mutation testing, it is also known as repetition testing. Okay. So what is mutation testing means? Suppose some programs, if we want to test, we have to provide different types of inputs. Suppose developer returns some program like this, like checking the username and password. Okay. So if user equals to, so I have a, so so developers return some program, and uh, developers have a requirement like to check the username and password. Username equals to Scott. Okay, that is username, and password equals to um, 123 something. Okay. So if I enter the username and password, so what happened? So else. So it should allow, right? Allow login. Else not allow login. Then mutation testing, what he will do is we will test this code by passing different types of inputs. For example, when I provide the username, the username Scott, password 123, then this condition is true. Then login will be allowed and else part will be ignored. And when I pass valid username and invalid password, something I'm passing username Scott and password 09098, for example. So it means invalid password. Then else part will execute. It should not allow the login. This is one combination, right? And another combination is what? I will pass invalid username and valid password. That time also it should not log in. So we can just say different combinations, and by providing different types of inputs to test this program, whether it's working properly or not. That comes under mutation testing. Okay. So mutation means repetition. So repetition means testing with the multiple sets of data. These are all unit testing techniques, and developer using these techniques and conduct unit testing, and also use some automation tools. So it can be done through automation, such as unit testing. They will conduct some. They will use some tools like JUnit testing. These are unit testing tools. The developers will use that tools and conduct a unit testing on code at the code level. Okay. Developer will take care of this. we no need to bother about this. Just understand what is unit testing, okay, and who will conduct unit testing, what testings can be done in unit testing. So we are mainly involved in the system testing. We will discuss more on the system testing, and the rest of the thing we don't need to bother. Okay, are you getting my point, Debsuman? Okay, yes, ma'am. Yeah. So next, integration testing. I will show one document, sixth one. This is integration testing. So next, types of integration testing and incremental integration testing. There are multiple topics are there. So shall we start integration testing, or you want to continue on Monday? It's up to you, Debsuman. You decide and tell. छोड़ निशान दिखा को दिखा 1 minute, Debsuman. Yeah. Yes, ma'am, you can start, ma'am. No issues. Okay, I will start today only integration testing. Just give me a minute. Okay. So we'll start integration testing. So now integration testing. So integration testing perform between two or more modules. Okay. Integration testing means what? So integration testing want to be performed at least two modules will be integrated. After completion of unit testing, we do integration testing. Okay. So now I'm saying here two or more modules. What is the meaning of a module? What is a module? Module means some functionality, small functionality or feature of a software. For example, Gmail, banking application. We already discussed about features. What is a module, right? So IT integration testing means it will perform at least two modules. So if you do modules, they will integrate, right? After completion of unit testing only, we conduct the integration testing. This is the hierarchy. So the next point is what? Integration testing focus on checking data communication between multiple modules. So there is one module, right, which will take some input and produce some output. So the output will become the input for the next module. So it will like this. So let us say one module here, A. I will take a paint so that you clearly understand what is that. So let us say A. Okay. Okay. No, collaborate. Okay, let us say one module here A. If we want to test, we have to pass some input to A module, right? After passing some input, it will give some output, right? I'm going to pass some input, okay? And after passing some input, it will give some output, right? This is input, right? And this is output. Sorry. See what I'm saying here. So this is one module which will take some input and produce some output. That output will become the input for the next module. So I'm taking here one module A. So if we want to test, we have to some input and produce some output. The output becomes the input to the next module, right? This is output for now. And this is input for next module. That is B. If you think, okay, I'm moving. This is output for now. Now I'm taking another one that is called B. This is module B. Now I'm taking, okay, I will write properly. Now you will understand what I'm saying here. See, after passing some input, it will give some output. So that output becomes the input to the next module, that is B. So we are going to test the communication between these two modules. After combining these two modules, that is called integration testing. So integration testing means we are checking the data flow between the two or multiple modules that comes under integration testing. So integration testing is white box testing technique. Okay. Normally integration testing conducts two different things. In the developer point of view, they will test the code. They will write the code for module A. Okay. They will write another code for module B. So they will integrate these two programs and they will test the code. How the integration will happen. This comes under integration. Okay. In that context, we can say the developer will perform the integration testing at the code level. Okay. Are you getting my point? What I'm saying here? So integration testing means we are checking the data flow between these two modules and that is called integration testing. So it comes under white box testing techniques. Here developer Okay, here developer write the code for module A and write the code for module B. They will integrate these two programs and they will test the code. How the integration will happen. That is called integration testing. So we can say the developer will perform the integration testing at the code level. Suppose sometimes testers will also perform integration testing. So how come it is possible? I said only developers, but I'm telling now. I'm saying now testers also involved in this integration testings only for sometimes. Okay. So because let us say, for example, we have something called Gmail application. So login is one module. After successfully all mailbox, that is to second module, detail some mails, that is trash box, that is third module. These are three modules in the application. For example, okay, in Gmail there is a login one module, inbox there is a all mails, that is the second module, trash also, that is third module. So these three modules are in my application. In integration testing developer point of view, they will write some code for login, they will write the code for mailbox, they will write the code for trash box. This is just a coding part, and then integrate these modules. What developer will do? First execute first module. After this, it will went to mailbox, right? And then after deleting this action, so the mails comes to the deleted email section, right? So integration program will be tested. That is integration testing done by the developers. So this is purely white box testing. Now come to the testers. For the same login, instead providing the code, they will provide the UI part, user interface part. Like username will be there, password field. Then we have to enter the data. Then we will get another page. That is the procedure, right? In Gmail page, here we will see mailbox, sent items, etc. On the UI side, we conducted integration testing. Okay, so first to verify the login by passing username and password, then successful login application. Then we will check the email box. We have emails or not. After this, deleting the emails, deleting the items, that mails come to the trash or not. That will be verified because these are the different modules, but the communication will be there between these two modules. How the data is coming and communicating between these two modules, that we are going to test at the application level. This is also comes under integration testing. In the testing point of view, we are conducting integration testing at the application level, okay, not coding level. So developer point of view, developer conducts integration testing at the coding level. That is the basic difference. Are you getting my point, Devsuman? Yes. Yeah. So next, so types integration testing is very important. So there are two types of integration testing. One is incremental integration testing, non-incremental integration testing. So incremental integration testing is we are mostly used, and non-incremental integration testing we are not used. So incremental integration testing is very, very, very important. Okay. This is also very big topic. So if you see incremental integration testing, there are we will know what is incremental integration testing, and we will know what is top down approach, bottom up approach, sandwich or hybrid approach. We will know one after another. So very detailed we will know, okay, with examples. So here I write the example right in Paint, same kind of like I will explain with this flow, and later we will discuss about non-incremental integration testing, and after that what is system testing, and later we will discuss about what are the aspects comes under system testing. So next, this is sixth one, right? Seventh one, it is yeah, here. So here system testing types. There are system testing types: GUI, usability, functional testing, non-functional testing. There are number of testings are there. Next, we will learn very detailed. what is GUI testing, okay, and what is the like how we are testing GUI testing, what are the checklist and usability testing, functional testing, everything we will know in quarter session. Okay. So if I talk about this topic, okay, this incremental integration testing, it will take at least half an hour or 40 minutes. So you want me to continue or shall we continue on Monday? No, ma'am. Kindly continue on Monday. Okay. Sure. We will continue on Monday, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, at least week off. So enjoy your weekend, Dev Suman. And we will start on this topic. So types of integration topic. We will start from here and let's see. It depends on time. Okay. Happy weekend, Dev Suman. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop this share screening and eTech will share this session, live session video and the documents. They will help you. Okay. Thank you. Good night. Take care. Yeah. Bye, Suman. Take care.